Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, as well as the vast majority of crypto and finance. And with that being said, I hope that you are all having a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are out there in the world. So what have we been talking about on this channel for so long? We have been talking about what the Bank for International Settlements, the IMF, the World Bank, the World Economic Forum, what all these elite organizations that pull the strings around every single dollar that is circulating around the world, every single fiat currency that is circulating around the world, what they have been planning, what they have been doing. And well, we just got a big update from the BIS about roughly 11 hours ago. We have Finternet. That's a new way to describe the Internet of Value, I said, because if we look over here on this image from the BIS, and we actually have a little bit of a breakdown, we have in the Finternet, unified ledgers would not only improve existing financial transactions, but also make entirely new financial products and transactions possible and empower individuals and businesses. Hashtag fintech, hashtag tokenization. And we have the high-level architecture of the Finternet. And at the top, we have applications, e-banking, digital wallet, financial apps, non-financial apps. And then on the left side, we have central bank and commercial banks, asset management companies, private or public companies, real estate registrars, and then also token managers at the bottom, issuance management and synchronization, followed by the shared private ledger on the right side of them with the on and off ramps to and from users, to major businesses, companies, whatever the case may be, even e-commerce businesses. And then on the bottom side, we have tokenized equities, tokenized deposits, tokenized real estate, tokenized central bank money, the unified ledger. And then we also have the unified interledger protocol. All those XRP holders out there that have been around for a while, you already are aware of ILP, the interledger protocol. This is very, very interesting here. And then on the right side, you also have all of those big players like the lockers, guarantors, you have the verifiers, the attesters, things like that. Trust and value-added service providers. And then on the bottom, you have the digital infrastructure, identity, digital signatures, electronic registries, etc. Laws, regulations, rules, and other governance norms on the bottom. How crazy is this? For the longest time, we have talked about on this channel the Internet of Value, what's happening behind the scenes with these big players, the companies that are a part of this. We've talked about the CPMI group with Ripple being named on there with the BIS. We've talked about Quant collaborating with the BIS on big POCs back in the summer of 2023. And now we see this. And it's clear to me at this point in time, honestly, you have to be blind to this if you think that this is not happening. But it's clear to me that the Internet of Value, DLT blockchain, is reshaping the entire world of finance as we know it. Everything is changing. Tokenization is taking over. E-money, digital wallets, things like that. It's becoming a reality. Every single elite out there has told you their plan, yet there's still so many people in, disagreement with it. They're like in disbelief that this is actually happening. And I always say, listen, I get it, right? We're looking at price action today and we're like, oh, well, 1 XRP equals 48 cents. Guys, it's ridiculous. We are putting a value on technology that has the opportunity to not only significantly impact everyday lives, but it has the opportunity to absolutely revolutionize the way that money moves around the world 24/7, 365. Like, this is no joke. But outside of this, right, we have over here the Finternet, the financial system for the future. They're literally telling you that this is basically the new financial system. Summary: advances in digital technology have transformed people's lives in recent decades, but large swaths of the financial system are stuck in the past. Many transactions still take days to complete and rely on time-consuming clearing, messaging, and settlement systems and physical paper trails. Improving the functioning of the financial system is thus an important public policy objective, but building a financial system fit for the future requires a vision for what we want to achieve. And here we have the contribution as well. We propose the concept of the Finternet, aka the Internet of Value. I mean, this is basically the Internet of Value. As a vision for the future financial system, multiple financial ecosystems interconnected with each other, much like the internet, the Finternet would be designed to empower individuals and businesses by placing them at the center of their financial lives. Unified ledgers are a promising vehicle to turn this vision into reality. Grounded on a digital-first approach and leveraging tokenization, unified ledgers would improve existing financial transactions, but also make entirely new financial products and transactions possible. We describe the economic rationale for the Finternet, as well as its required technical, regulatory, and also legal building blocks. In addition, we lay out 8 fundamental design considerations that we feel should be a core part of the future financial system. They also have their findings down here as well. We identify 3 necessary components: an efficient economic and financial architecture, the application of cutting-edge digital technology, and a robust legal and governance framework. Unified ledgers are a promising vehicle to deliver on all 3. In particular, by bringing together multiple financial assets in a single venue, they could vastly reduce the need for lengthy messaging and clearing processes, thereby delivering more efficient and reliable services for users. So yeah, I mean, this is very, very significant, and it's all about the new financial system. They even talk about things down here in terms of the blueprint, right? We have this paper provides a blueprint for how key technical characteristics like interoperability, verifiability, programmability, immutability, finality, evolvability, modularity, scalability, security, and privacy can be incorporated, and how varied governance norms can be embedded. Delivering the vision requires proactive collaboration between public authorities and private sector institutions. There you have it. This is the public and private collaboration that we have been talking about for a very long time. This is where Ripple comes into play. This is where Quant comes into play. Like, this truly is something very significant. And now we are getting this from the central bank of central banks, the big players at the top of the food chain. They're now literally telling you what is happening. Yet guess what? I guarantee you that 99% of the general public is unaware of this. They don't even care about this. How many people out there do you honestly think know about the BIS and what the BIS even is? I could guarantee you that majority of the population don't even know. They don't even care. They're distracted. That's why I say, like, this is one of the biggest things to focus on right now while everyone is asleep at the wheel. And guess what? Yes, this is tokenization. Yes, they are fully embracing tokenization as well. And you know what's funny about this? Is the infrastructure, right? We talk about the infrastructure layer because as we really look at everything on here, you have custody, you have identity, all that kind of stuff being mentioned. When we look at the recent changes happening right now around major institutions like HSBC, for an example, we know that they have been working with Ripple. We know that they have been working with Medico, which is Ripple. We know that XRP and the XRP ledger will also play a role. I said, do you see what's happening behind the scenes? Look at this. HSBC to expand tokenized asset offerings. CEO says he's very comfortable with tokenization. Guys, this is one of the largest banks out there. We have down here that the bank will look at ways of tokenizing assets backed by real assets. If we look down here, we have the CEO discusses tokenization plans. So he explained that tokenization is a more efficient trading mechanism and provides liquidity to that asset. In theory, you could tokenize anything. The key criteria for me is their substance behind the token. Has it got predictability? Does it exist? We continue to invest in our tokenization product lineup. I think tokenization of gold and bond issues are good. I'm very comfortable with the concept of tokenization. Now, remember that tokenized gold is issued out on Medico. Guys, do you remember this announcement? Announcing HSBC's new digital asset or assets custody service. This was November 8th of last year. Here you guys have in this picture from November 8th at Ripple Swell Dubai, you have Medico, Ripple, HSBC, and also Medico all in this photo. You have Monica Long, the president at Ripple. You have Adrian Tresani, who is the previous CEO of Medico. Again, he stepped down because Ripple bought Medico. But then you have leaders from HSBC. It's very clear on what's happening here. And remember, this is all around tokenized securities, tokenized gold, and this is the Orion platform. And Medico is the key player here. We have HSBC is working with Swiss enterprise tech firm Medico to use its institutional platform Harmonize as part of the HSBC's new custody service for digital assets. You could clearly see what's happening here. And like I said, HSBC, they're an absolute giant of a bank. Now, beyond that, we just got a big update regarding Barclays and Citi. They are among the banks testing tokenized deposits in the UK. Guys, for the longest time, I keep telling you what is happening around tokenization. The plan of action here is that every single bank will be issuing out tokenized deposits. They will have their own tokenized deposit tokens. How is all of that going to be bridged? How is it all going to be interoperable? You still need that medium of exchange. Then also, big shout out to Smoke Dog for this Barclays XRP, Citibank XRP. Here you have two images. So first and foremost, we'll go with the Barclays one. We have extensions to the Bitcoin concept. And here we have, without going into a full description of the market, versions now exist on a spectrum from centralized current payment and clearing systems, to fully permissionless systems with pseudonymous users such as Bitcoin. Alternative systems include Ripple, which can both use financial institutions and its own nodes at the core as the transaction processing entities, and Ethereum, which like Bitcoin uses a global permissionless blockchain but solves some speed problems of Bitcoin but retains challenges and perhaps does not answer questions of integration with the financial system. Which means when you really look at this, right, like Ripple and XRP are at the forefront of something like this. And you even have down here that system resiliency, near real-time movement, validation, and settlement network, Ripple and XRP. Interesting. And Barclays is mentioned here. Now, over here with Citi, again, you have Interledger Protocol being mentioned. Escrow only works with XRP, not tokens. And then on the right side, we have the ILP, the Interledger Protocol being mentioned, solves for interoperability and could ultimately lead to building an entire network of trust and facilitate peer-to-peer payments. ILP could help reduce settlement times and facilitate low-value payments. This is also why I talk about ILP heavily, even when it comes to the unified ledger discussions. I also do think that Quant with Overledger plays a vital role in all of this as well, but this is something very significant to mention. Now, outside of this, we also know that Citibank has been tapped in with Medico. Big shout out to Chad Steingraber for this. Here we have the entire breakdown of Citi. Again, there's two images here. We have this one down here as well. This is the Global Head of Security Services. And then we also have the Citi Distributed Ledger DLT Digital Asset Platform. I'll open this up in a new tab to break it down as well so that you guys can see. So here we have Citi Digital Assets. Citi continues to develop digital asset solutions in line with its goals, governance, and risk appetite using a unified set of shared technology capabilities and a common strategic approach. These innovative solutions enhance Citi's products and services, including digital asset or digital money trade, securities custody, asset servicing, and collateral mobility. And here we have solutions we are delivering in partnership with our clients, tokenization of private markets, proof of concept. You can see the whole breakdown here. We also have token services for cash, trade, digital custody and settlement, issuing and paying agent for digitally native notes, pricing and execution of trades, and then regulated liability network proof of concept, the RLN, which we will talk about in a later video. I'm going to be making a video on Quant. Definitely stay tuned to that. Then also over here, we are witnessing the increasing digitization of traditional investment assets along with new native digital assets. We are innovating and developing new capabilities to support digital asset classes that are becoming increasingly relevant to our clients. And then also over here, we have Citi's integrated digital asset technology platform seeks to enable clients to leverage DLT-based capabilities. We have access, use, streamline, and deploy, and this is all around DLT. Guys, the future is so damn clear when we look at these big players. They're not just sitting around saying, oh, well, we'll innovate when it's time. No, they have been innovating. They have been building. They have been here tapped in with the big players. And then also over here, we just found out, this is April 15th, TradFi firms now prefer public blockchains. This is ex-Grayscale executive talking about this following BlackRock's lead in using public blockchains. We know that public blockchains outside of the private ledger technology is going to be a big deal. And we even have here, I think we see a preference for private chains with JP Morgan's Onyx, but I do think that this was the narrative a few years back. Now, I think it's very much the public blockchains. So we are going to start to see a big flood into the public blockchains as well. I also think that this is why Ripple is hiring around institutional DeFi initiatives for the XRP ledger with Ripple X Dev. Pay attention to the significant connections happening here, guys. There's a lot of things to focus up about, but all of this is leading us back to the first initial topic, which is the Finternet, the Internet of Value, the new financial system for the future. It is crazy where we are at right now in history. I'm really excited about the future because we have been talking about this, and talk is cheap. It is. But when you connect the dots and you start to see big things like this being released by the biggest names out there, you can't help but to smile at what's going on here, because we have been a part of this journey for a very long time. I've been talking about XRP for years now. I know that it gets sickening hearing about it because we look at the price, and like I said, it's valued at 48 cents, 49 cents, 50 cents, whatever the case may be. And we're like, well, all of this fundamental information, all of the utility, all the use cases, why is XRP so cheap? It's because we're putting a value on these assets in a speculative way, not in a utility driven way. We're still tied to Bitcoin. When we are actually in a utility driven bull run, when things like this are fully operational and in use, that's when everything changes. But it's happening. I know that you hate to hear that, oh, it's happening. We keep hearing that it's happening. But this takes time. We're starting to see an entirely new financial system rising. This takes time. But with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.